No, no ad. Like, you can handle an ad right now.
Okay. Okay. When should I start?
Whenever you're ready.
Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your fire pit chat. Your daily dose of all things Love Island. And we're just dying laughing.
Well, the fact that Jasmine did not tell me that it's literally 2 a.m.
So I said, yeah, we can record the pod.
Yeah,
it is 2 a.m.
You said, no problem. We can do the pod tonight. Tonight is 11 p.m. This is this morning.
Yeah, I am. It is 2 a.m. here. I am in a robe with no makeup and my hair wet. I'm sitting on a random chair in a bathroom of my hotel.
But we're here to talk. We're here to talk about Casa.
But we're here to talk about Casa, and it was just so good. With Molly, looks so good. By the way,
okay, she looks really good. But if she wanted to have this like bad bitch moment, you needed to come in there like full balls swinging, like. And she acted like that, talked a big game, and then when she got there, it was like, we need to talk, Zach. It's like, you should have walked in there, owned it, made him fucking like come to you later. It was like, yo, it was so anticlimactic when she got there.
And she said nothing to Zach. She was just like, so how did you feel? I'm like, Molly, why don't you tell us how you felt in the airport watching Zach kiss another girl? And he let Molly think it was 2 days later. And he said, I don't know what you've seen. And Molly's like, I've seen everything. So tell him that. Be like, no, like I saw that 6 hours after I left, you were trying to get to know Katie.
Right. And she was like, I'm embarrassed because all I said when I came out was, I'm waiting for Zach. I'm waiting for Zach, which she did. She was literally like, I'm waiting for him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, like, did they show her that info like right before she walked in? You know what I mean?
It seemed like it. Like, it seemed like she didn't really see, but like we saw pictures of her at the airport when we knew what Zach was doing. So how hard is it for her to binge those episodes if we can binge? I mean, we can keep up. Like, I'm sitting here in a bathroom watching this. Like, she can watch this.
I know. But it seems like the vibe switched the moment she got there. Maybe she was nervous. Maybe she didn't like his reaction, because his reaction wasn't like, oh my God, she's back. It was like, oh my God, I got caught.
100%. His reaction wasn't excited she was back. He was like, how am I going to spend this?
Yeah. And I feel like he was pumped to see new girls. And now he's like, oh God.
Yeah, he was so excited. He was looking them all up and down. And then when they got to Molly, he was like, oh, shit. Okay, now I have to answer to that. And I can't get to know any of these new girls. Like, I think he figured out, oh no, now I have to either get on with Molly or not look like a complete asshole and go back to Katie, or I'm still going to look like an asshole for not getting to know her and going back to Molly.
Right.
And then he just like completely dropped Whitney out of the equation, like confirming our suspicions that was all fake. Like, that was so unnecessary. That was a waste of my time.
Well, I know. And you know what's funny is I did think, what's his name? Lokan. I knew that him and Mehdi would get together by the way he looked. Like, he kind of looks like Mehdi.
He does look like Mehdi, yeah. So I do, and him and Whitney really did hit it off. Like, they're sleeping in the bed together.
Yeah.
But I also find him really attractive.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like so surprised at that.
Yeah, that wasn't on my bingo card for Casa Amor.
No, and you know who was literally the last person I thought that anybody would even blink an eye at is Zachary.
Yeah. And who do you sleep in bed with?
Jess.
Yes, that's what I thought. And Jess was attracted to him. But he does give like Exactly. It's those fake teeth, those turkey teeth. Like,
Yeah,
she's true to her type though, because from day one she said that's her type. Big old fake porcelain white teeth, like looking like a toilet bowl.
yeah.
And she said that because I don't think he's cute at all, but Jess said that was her number one guy.
He gives me an ick, 1000%. Like right off the bat, I have an ick, and it's never going away.
Couldn't agree more.
And someone else who gives me the ick is fucking Benjamin.
Which one is he again?
Benjamin is the one that's sleeping in the bed with Leah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, with the hair that goes like... What's that hair? He looks like he's like a carrot with like the top. It's so bad. Like the second he came on my screen, I was like, no. No, I don't fuck with Benjamin. I'm so sorry.
No, honestly, I don't know how he made it through round one, let alone the final round and making it into Casa. Who let him into this fucking villa?
What boys are auditioning for Casa? Because there's no good boys, and all the girls are gorgeous. That are all the Casa girls, which we didn't get enough of. They're doing this weird thing now where they're letting the Casa boys stay in a full night before the Casa girls get there. And
I kind of like it.
What do you think is like the producer's play on that? Like having the boys have a full more night? Is it because girls warm up slower, do you think?
Yeah, I even wrote it down. I was like, it must be so fun to just be a producer. You're like, ooh, let's keep them in one day longer than the boys. Ooh, let's have Neo escort them to Casa. Like, you know what I mean? They're just like, let's do this. Like, literally anything is free game. But I do think I like that they do that now because girls needed that extra time to have that extra night, and guys are gonna flip in a fucking minute.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're always we're like, come on, girls. Like, none of the girls were switching for the past few seasons.
Right, that's true. And then it's just like,
yeah, like even with Liam and Millie, like that whole season, none of those girls changed. Then it was Gemma, and none of those girls changed. So I think Casa was getting boring, and we were saying that they need more time in there. Like, girls need more time to connect. They're obviously going to go back to what they liked in the beginning.
Yeah, and if they're getting security from a guy, they're going to just stick with it. So it's a good point. They do need that extra time to warm up to switching over, which, speaking of which, it seems interesting. Ouzy and Ella already knew each other from modeling. Both gorgeous people. Gorgeous.
Ouzy is oozing hotness.
Ouzy oozes hotness. He is hot.
He's so hot.
I think he's by far the best looking guy in Casa.
Facts.
Like, I don't think any of the other guys hold a candle. Like, he looks hot. And
by a landslide.
By a landslide. Like, who, like, okay, next we have, like, Lachlan. Okay.
Right.
I guess. But, like, and he seems to be all in on Ella, which I'm shocked that's who he's going for. I guess because he knew her from before, but she seems the most locked in versus any of the other girls. Catherine, get in the fucking car. Like, she is ready to go.
I loved that.
I love Catherine.
The thing about Ella and Ouzy is I like them together because I actually think they like really like connect. Like they mesh perfectly. They have the same job. They have the same circle. It would work on the outside. Boom. But I kind of want other people to talk. I want Ouzy to talk to other people. Like, but I don't know. Like, I feel like Ella's really comfortable with him, and I liked the fact that he said, "I feel like you cry more than you're happy,"
which is true, kind of.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Yeah, I think that could be a good change for her. I think she kind of like, in a way, settled for Tyreek. Like, I think she wanted to win him over, but now that other guys that she was attracted to initially could be attracted to her, I think it could remind her of who she is, you know?
Right. Right. Like, even as she said, she's like, I forgot all about my life back at home.
Yeah, which I'm sure is so easy to do. They're in such a bubble there.
For sure. And okay, so what about, I said, oh my God. Okay, so first, let's talk about Scott and Catherine. Do you think that Scott is genuine?
No.
Okay, I was for it, but then when I was talking to the other guest host, Cass, she was saying, like, why would you already put the nugget in to be like, oh, I think Catherine might, she might turn because it might have gotten her head that I'm not genuine, things like that. Like, he was trying to play like, write the narrative if he goes wrong. And then he was like, yeah, I woke up and I was missing Catherine, but I'm sure when those girls walk in, I'll feel a little bit better.
Right. Like, he was so quick to make comments about getting to know the other girls in Casa, like, before the girls even came into the villa. And it's just like, maybe this year, like, they were like, pretend you don't know girls are coming in. Like, it just was so, I don't know. I liked Catherine and Scott when the whole thing went down and he gathered people around the fire pit, but it just seemed like he was trying to make himself look not like an asshole, not so much that he was trying to stick up for Catherine. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was just trying to be like, I'm not a player. And it's like, if you're a player, be a player. Like, look at Tyreek. You know what I mean? But just do it in a more authentic way. Like, to me, that didn't come across authentic. And I wanted to believe it because I really do. Like, when they were being chill and just laying low, I was like, I love Catherine and Scott.
Yeah.
But something about the way Scott was, like, trying to spin it and being like, oh, I just only care what Catherine thinks. But, like, if you only cared what Catherine thought, you wouldn't have even pulled the people around the fire pit. Who cares? Because Catherine wasn't speaking.
And Catherine, like, didn't want him to do that.
Right. So if that is your main priority, when Catherine said no, you'd be like, oh, you're cool, I'm cool. So that's not true. Second, he jumps at the chance whenever anyone else comes in. It's just like, so Catherine who? Oh, new bombshells, like, not worried about Catherine. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I think he's a little too chummy right now for Casa. Which I'm glad that Catherine and Elam then are getting. I actually like them. I think it suits her better because he, like, is a guy who's very interested in her like being, and I feel like Scott is very into, like, physical. If that makes sense. Like, I think the guy Elam really cares who Catherine is, and someone needs to appreciate Catherine because she is like an empath and she's so genuine that someone needs to appreciate that, and not kind of like almost put her uncomfortable like that fire pit situation.
Totally agree.
Yeah. And then, well, the last note on the Scott and Catherine is, like, Ty makes that comment. He's like, so I was right about what I said. And then they just kind of panned over to somebody else. I was like, damn, like,
I almost missed that.
I know.
And, like, I'm just shocked no one said anything after. Like, Ian didn't make a joke. Like, the announcer didn't make a joke. Like, how did Scott get away with that? Because, honestly, how did Scott get away with that? Because if Ron was acting that way in winter season, we would have had his head. Like, honestly, Scott's getting away with murder this season. Like, we're not cutting down on it. Like, I don't think Twitter's cutting down on him as much as they could. Like, Scott is getting away with murder right now.
We're blind to Scott's red flags.
I think the thing is, like, we're rooting for Scott and Catherine. So we're not wanting to, like, show Catherine the red flags.
Yeah. We're rooting for Catherine.
Exactly. But like, we want.
But people on Twitter are like, Catherine, what are you doing? Like, they wanted her and Scott.
But it's like, I don't think that's the right move for Catherine. But I'm really happy for her in Casa. I hope this blossoms or she finds herself or something, because I think that'll be better, because I just don't think Scott's it for her. And Scott's giving me the ick.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but something's icking me.
Well, Ouzy came in and just stole the show.
Definitely.
So I wonder, you know who? I picked up a comment where all the girls were talking and they were talking about who their tops are. And Katie was like, your friend. but I was trying to get eye contact, but he was intimidated. Like her whole like storyline of how all these guys are like intimidated by her is just like, and everyone is like shut up.
Whenever she says that, I'm fine with it.
I think she annoys the other Islanders.
I think so. I think that's why her and Leah are like, I only see her talking to Leah. So I think she does annoy the other Islanders. I don't know why. Is it because she's annoying? Is it because like she was here before and they're trying to like suss her out? You know what I mean? Because she knows the game. But I just definitely don't think they like her. And but all the guys really did seem to be interested in her at one point. So it could be like, I hate to say this, but it could be jealousy.
Yeah.
But at this point, I don't know, because like the boys kind of settled off of her.
She seems just like some tension because like, how did that Catherine Scott thing turn into you crying? Like, we didn't even get to like see Catherine Scott like the aftermath. We were then now brought onto the Katie show, so I feel like that bothers people. But
also when Scott came to the fire pit and he brought it up, Katie was the first one to speak, and she's like, "I wasn't there." And it's like, no, we know we're not talking to you, Katie. We're none of us are talking to you. Please sit down. Like she really does have to make everything about herself. And I'm saying I love Katie, but she really does make all about herself.
It's what hot people do when they're at that level.
Totally.
Nothing that we can relate to.
I'm in there.
Right. Okay, so then what about the guys? Like, Jess is moved. Because see, think about this. It is night one. The girls came in and people were already cuddling in bed.
And you know what? Like when I just hate that play, like, oh, the boys are going to ask us which bed to stay in. And the girls like knew to anticipate that. And then they started bringing up, do you want to sleep in my bed? Like, I actually don't think any of the Casa guys asked the girls to sleep in their bed. I think the girls like finished their sentences for them. Like everyone just knows the game so well that it's just like, we need like a bigger twist, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the Molly twist you called from a mile away. So I'm just going to say right here, Demi was right. I did not think that was going to happen. I did not think that was going to happen.
I know. That water you're drinking looks like so rich.
And it's a glass bottle. Like, how chic is that?
What'd that cost you in your hotel room? $20?
Free.
Wow.
And they restock it every night.
Fresh, cold water?
Yeah, it's room temperature, but we do have a fridge we could put it in.
Wow. You're rich.
I'm living in the lap of luxury.
Okay, so let's talk people who are going to stick and then switch, because I'm not talking to you till Thursday. So we need to give our predictions.
I know it. Okay, these are my predictions. What do you think about Montel and Leah? I think both are going to stick.
Yeah, I love them.
I love them. I love how I'm obsessed with Montel. I think Montel's an angel sent from heaven. He's so cute and sweet. And
he's like, he has like heart eyes for her. Like he is smitten.
And he like slept with her little eye mask that says Leah, and all the boys are giving him shit, and he just doesn't care. He's like, nah, I'm not paying attention. Like, I'm obsessed with Montel. I'm obsessed with Montel.
Yeah.
Get you a Montel. So I think they're both going to stick. I don't think Leah's dumb enough. And I think she's super into Montel too.
They work perfectly.
What do you think about Sammy and Jess? I can't figure that out. I can't figure that out. I need to see how they interact.
Jess finally got her turkey teeth man, and Sammy finally got 5 new girls to have options.
Yeah. So like they're going to leave each other.
Yes, it's gone.
I think Catherine and Scott are also going to leave each other. My opinion.
I know. And if you asked me like a day ago, I would never have thought that. But now I do.
See, I just think Casa was like a week too early. Like, I just think we needed more couples with a little bit more substance. Like, we only really have Ella and Tyreek. Like, really, that are even closed off. Like, everyone's just like, you can get with another guy and then figure it out later. Like, there's no stakes.
Right.
Even like Sam and Sammy and Jess, who like have been on again, off again. Like there's no stakes. They come back with someone, they're like, oh, well, we weren't in a couple. I was in a couple with Mitch. Like it's just there's no stakes. Catherine and Scott, oh, it was early days, but now that made me realize I really like you. Like they can bring someone back and then still get back together. Like I just feel like that's not Casa. Like I almost wish they waited till like 3 weeks left in the villa or 2 weeks and then did Casa.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think anyone has anything to lose. Why not get to know the new boy, get to know the new girl, bring them back. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you go back to who you had before. Like no one has any like high stakes. Only Tyreek and Ella do. And that's
I wonder if like it's like I just feel like the couples that were there, half of them weren't even meant to be together. So it's like, even if they did grow, like, is it forcing that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like maybe this is like cleaning house, making everything realigned, and then the villa has 17 couples.
Literally, though. Where's everyone who's asleep?
I have no idea. Yeah, so okay, yeah, Scott and Catherine. And then okay, so what about Ty and Ella? Because Ty said he was close off.
I think they're both gonna go back to each other. My opinion.
Well, then I would want Ella to stop fucking flirting with Ouzy so that Ouzy can be brought back to the villa. I need to see Ouzy in the villa, and I need to see him till the end of time.
Yeah, but I just feel like Ella's gonna use Ouzy to boost her ego, and then go back to Ty. That's what I think she's gonna do. I think she's one of those girls who does that sometimes. I mean, we've all been there. But I just think that's going to happen. And yeah, no other girl is going to try to get to know him. And I think he's just going to be left standing there at that night. I just don't see her bringing him back. I'd love to be wrong.
But all the girls did say, Ella, he is going to be cracking on. He is going to be talking to other people. Like, they gave it to him straight. That means that they all think that. They know. First of all, I'm so over Ty saying, I missed the game. It's like, yo, you're in a villa. Like, it's been 4 weeks. You missed the game, bro. Well, one, it's been like, how long has it been since Ella and Ty have been together?
But like, exactly. It's been since the beginning of the show. But if you miss the game now, when you're in a bubble,
right.
How much are you going to miss the game when you're in like clubs and you have some clout and you have some followers and you have some like biddies throwing themselves at you? Like, he's gonna go crazy. Like,
there's not a chance.
Now, there's no chance.
None.
No, it's so bad. I mean, I don't know. I can see both of them flirting their way, like super heavy in Casa, but then like not bringing anyone back, which is like even more frustrating to watch. Do you know what I mean? And then they don't really have to answer to anything until movie night. And I just see that happening for both of them. And I think it's going to be super frustrating for us as viewers to watch it. But that's just my prediction for them.
I don't know. I feel like she might come back with Ouzy. Because I know like he's like safety for her. And I don't think she wants to leave that yet.
100%. That could be what gets Ouzy in the villa, is having that history. I will say, I agree with you on that point. Like, if anything, he shows interest. He showed interest before.
Right.
They know her.
He didn't forget her.
He remembered her. He's already, like, has a check in his box. Like, I don't know. I think he might be right onto something with Ouzy and Ella. I could see it. And then Tyreek stands there by himself, and that would be amazing.
That might be. I predict that that's what's happening. Tyreek is not coming back with a girl, but he'll fuck around.
Oh yeah. Like, and that'll be great to watch on movie night. He's not gonna be stupid enough to bring anyone back, but he's gonna shoot a shot.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Which in that like little game, it looked like he shot a shot with that 19-year-old who is so pretty. But like, why do we have 19-year-olds on the show?
Oh, 19. She's a child.
How about Cody talking to Katie, 20 and 27?
But come on, a 20-year-old guy. You have no business with a 27-year-old. You have no idea. Like, you can't legally rent a car in the US until you're like 25.
I know, right? So, like, what is Katie gonna do?
You know what? It's not looking good for Katie.
No.
I don't see any good things for her. And there's like the most guys there's ever going to be on this show. We have the Casa Guys and the Villa Guys. And I don't see one guy who's a fit for Katie. And I really do like Katie. I just don't think this is where she's going to find her.
Well, they'll bring in more bombshells, right? After Casa.
Yeah, but those are like bombshells. They're like fake bombshells. They're like, they give them no chance. Like they bring them in so late.
But it could be good for this cast because it's so loose.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
And like they didn't do that for winter. I felt like I was like waiting for a bombshell to come in. And even though Casa is, I guess this is week 5, this is the start of week 5. So I feel like there might be one more girl and guy.
But like it's week 5 and we have 8 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just like past halfway. We can bring in more bombshells.
I think they are. Maybe 2?
I think I can see it for like this season because they've been like so ruthless. Like people are going home. So.
And that's Katie's only hope.
Yeah, because right now I really don't see anyone. I mean, I don't know. I guess like let's see how the Casa boys play out, I guess. But like they're really giving nothing for me with her. They're barely giving anything for the other girls. Like the only one
is Elam, Lokon, and Ouzy. What a group of names.
Seriously, I can barely keep them together. I was literally in my brain trying to think of Ouzy, and I wanted to say Uchi, and I knew that wasn't it. So I was just trying to wait for you to help me. Because I just can't keep anyone's name straight.
Yeah, that's you, though, in general.
In general. But yeah, these boys just aren't it. And the girls are so pretty. Like, and I think we haven't really gotten to know them yet, but I really do think they could completely change the game. Like, honestly, it's hard to say because we've only seen the girls interact with the boys, and that just really doesn't tell us that much at this point. Like, we have to see how the Villa boys and the Casa girls interact, I think, to give us a more prediction of where the boys are going to go. I do think Montel will stay true. Mitch, of course, is going to go to anything that looks in his direction.
Yeah.
Sammy, I don't know. He might play the game. I don't know. Sammy's just like, I can't figure Sammy out. I don't
He's going to come back with a girl. No.
But yeah. And Tyreek, I think, will come back by himself. Zach, what do you think he's going to do with the Molly and Katie situation?
I think he's going to go back to Molly because they did do a little preview on Love Island. That's like, he's like, goes in to kiss Molly. Did you see that?
I saw what you posted. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And she like gives him the cheek. He's like, what are you doing, sir?
Bro, like,
who are you to think that you can do that?
Zach is like not my guy. I do not get Zach. Even him talking to Katie, like when he, all the way back to when he was saying their date was dry, him and Katie's, and I was like, no, Zach, you're dry. You're the driest specimen on this earth. You're sand. You're so dry. Like, do not bring a girl to your level. Like, I actually don't think Katie's dry. I think Katie can talk to the best of them. And, like, of course, he feels something with Whitney because Whitney could literally make chalk with anything. Like, that's not a fair comparison. But I just think, like, Zach is so dry. And, like, for him to be the one that has, like, all the girls pining after him, it's hurtful to watch. And I get it. He's 6'5", ladies, with tattoos. But, like, come on.
Horrible.
So I do see him going back to Molly, and I do see Molly going back to Zach. But we have to also consider the Zach's Molly's ticket back to the show.
Exactly. But then someone, I think, DM'd us or said that Molly also said that she wanted to get to know Scott.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On the podcast with India, the main Love Island podcast, saying that she thinks Scott was cute. So I don't know. I think Molly is here for Zach. I think Zach can't choose another girl, even though he wants to. I think he will stay with Molly. honestly, that thing with Katie was so forced. Nobody was feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, the Molly thing should have been a way bigger thing, and she let everybody down with her entrance, with her demeanor, with her, and like, did she walk off crying?
Like, I mean, I think she wanted us to think she was crying. Like, Molly, they flew you back to Spain for this, and like, she fumbled the ball. Like, she totally fumbled it. They thought she was going to bring it. She did not bring it. She did not have what it takes. We all put our money on Molly, and guess what? She didn't pay it off. We lost her.
God. So true.
Because, like, honestly, we wanted her to go hard on Zach, and it's not that hard. Like, he's barely going to have anything to say back to you. And she couldn't. She was just like, well, like, what are you thinking? Like, I just thought I would wait for you. Like, and you, like, wanted to get to know Kate. Like, she gave him outs and stuff. It's just, like, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was, like, a complete and utter disappointment.
Yeah, she literally, you said it perfectly, fumbled the ball.
100%.
She gave the team an interception. We're talking football language, and nobody is going to understand what we're saying.
Yeah, like, this is not, and we're talking football, not like soccer football, like football.
I know, like, get us out of here. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna have to catch up Thursday. So much is gonna change.
I know, I'm like so sad.
Yeah, but you'll have to give me your input along the way. But
I'm really enjoying like hearing what the other girls have to say though. Everyone co-hosting, they're amazing and it's like so fun to watch. Yeah. So I'm interested to hear, but I definitely miss our little studio with no AC and just podcasting not in a bathroom and not at 2 a.m. But I'm excited to get back to it, and we will soon. We will soon.
I know this is honestly like this might be a busted episode, but it was an added gift to your week. We're not really supposed to be here right now.
Right. Like this is an illusion. We're in the simulation right now.
You are for sure. You're literally gonna
plan it.
You're gonna close the laptop and literally crawl into bed and go to sleep.
No, I'm gonna text you tomorrow and be like, did I like literally podcast to you in a bathroom with no makeup on?
You're like, wait, did that happen or is that dreaming? Yeah. It's on YouTube right now. Go check it
out. I'm like, so sorry, I forgot to podcast with you last night.
That's what you're gonna tell me. You're like, oh my god, I fucked up. We didn't podcast. I'm like, bitch, go on YouTube because
it's there.
Honestly, I'm so tired. I'm gonna hit up some chocolate cake.
From where?
Renzo's.
Ooh, I don't know. I've never had their chocolate cake, but I can imagine it's good. There's something about an Italian restaurant's chocolate cake that just slaps.
Like layered, moussey. So Mike's like, "Oh, I can't wait to have our desserts." I'm like, I recall me ordering the chocolate cake and you the cheesecake. So we're gonna stay in our lanes and take that from there.
Right. No, I'm so excited for you to have your dessert and me to have mine, and let me know how it is.
I was like, these are his and hers, not theirs.
I respect that.
Okay, it's time to go to bed because now it's actually like really late for you.
Yeah, just like 2:16. It was just leading up to 2 a.m., you know? But anyway, it was so fun. I'm going to miss this for the next 2 days, but I'll be back soon.
I know. So we have 3 more co-hosts and then we'll be back in the studio.
No more co-hosts coming for my neck after that.
Yeah, you better watch out. All right, guys. Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine, and we appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts, so be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Jasmine, do your bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, bro. Good night.
Bye.
Hold on. Don't leave. Wait.
I didn't do anything.